You still have some fathers here still doing their thing. So to the fathers. But I'm here, so I hope you all get this. Please share this. I'm going to be talking about today life. What is the purpose of life? Why do we even have life? What is life? We ask ourselves that, and every time you go through something, they say, "Yeah, that's life." But what are you saying? Why are you saying that's life? Do you really know what you're talking about? Well, I'm going to be taking this from the teaching of Buddha. Okay, I'm into spiritual stuff and all of that, but this is really going to help you, and I'm going to give my little piece of what's going on in the situation. But what is talking about? What is the purpose of life? Life is full of suffering. We know that. That is the universe truth, and that is of Buddhism. There is nothing permanent in life, is another truth that Buddha teaches. But if life is full of suffering and there is nothing permanent in life, then what is the point of living? What is the meaning of life? Have you ever asked yourself that? What is the meaning of life? Why are we even here? Now, it says life and suffering. So, according to the Four Noble Truths, life is full of suffering, which we know that. We suffer because we live. Growth, love, friends, family, and the things that happen to us bring both joy and pain. The things that seems to be joyful causes us to feel pain, as well as because they are all just there too. That's what it's there. You just feel the pain. You go through something, you'll feel the good, you'll feel the bad. But I always learn that when you go through some pain, there's some good in it and you can learn from it. But if we just focus on, oh, this pain, this hurt, then you're going to be hurting and you're not going to be thinking about what you can get out of what you've been through or what you're going through. So pain is good. Okay, suffering is good. Long suffering, that's what it is. So when you have long suffering, then you know something good is going to happen out of that if you learn. Okay, if you learn from it, you don't want to stay in it. Now, suffering is brought about by our desires, the desires that we have, being to think and therefore want. Because of our ability to understand life, we tend to hunger for bigger and bigger things. We never feel, you just never feel satisfied. The more money we have, the more we want to have even more money. When we find someone to love, we just try to control them. That's what they do. People do that. And because of all these desires, we end up in misery. So when you try to control someone, it's going to end up in misery. So if you are trying to control someone, don't do that because they have their own life to live. So a lot of people try to control somebody else's life, and sometimes you don't even know that you're doing it. It just comes naturally because that's what you've been taught and you've seen. So you're mimicking that. But you can allow yourself to step back, let people have their own life and live your life. And then you wouldn't go through so much suffering. Now, removing the suffering, life does not mean we want forever suffering. We have the ability to simplify our lives by lessening things that we don't need. We find more meaning in our lives. We cultivate kindness and compassion. We make our connections with others better. To find the true meaning of life, we must find a way to release ourselves from the cycle of pain, suffering, letting go of desires, help us achieve happiness and enlightenment. So if you just all of a sudden you're feeling pain, that's because you haven't chose to remove that. And how to remove that? Just be nice to people. Then you won't get the pain. Because if you're nice to someone and you're being nice, you mean to tell me they still gonna cuss you out and be ready to kill you? No. That's because it's whatever you put out there. So if you put out great things, you're gonna get back great things. That's part of life. You can choose to do bad stuff and you're going to get the pain, because that's why it's so full of pain, because we've been putting out full of other stuff instead of putting out full of love, full of joy, full of compassion, full of all of those things that we will actually to remove the pain from our life. So if you have pain in your life, then you got to remove it. You change it. That's it. You can't wait for somebody else to change it, Control yourself instead of trying to control somebody else. Because when you try to control somebody else, then they're going to bring you pain because they're not going to be doing what you want them to do. And that's going to be painful. Then you're going to get mad. Then you're not going to speak to each other. Then you're going to be talking about each other. Then you're going to tell somebody else. And it's going to continue to blow up. Now, the meaning of life, a lot of people would ask, if I no longer desire anything, then what is the point of living? The point of living is simple: to cleanse and purify us in order to achieve full enlightenment. Unless we truly know suffering, we cannot fully understand compassion. You have to have suffering in order to be compassionate. I've been through some suffering. So now I know, you know, you have one with the other, and you can change it, or you can just have the problems to just stay there like most of us do. But we have to change that. We can be kind when we are we can be kind when we are never hurt, but it's not similar to compassion. That comes from the heart that has once felt misery. The true meaning of life is helping others achieve freedom from suffering. The true meaning of joy is compassion. The goal in life is to assist others to realize their full potential. So if you are around someone right now, help them get their full potential. And if that person is around you, you help them get their full potential. Then that cut out the middle, because you're helping each other. And I just put something up on Facebook about how the different races are out in the street dancing and stuff. You know, people don't like that. All of the ones that are what they call prejudice, what they say that's owned by certain people, but whatever they call that, people want it to be that way. But it doesn't have to be that way. It's up to you. So whatever nationality you are, whatever color they say you are, whatever you say you are, then you just deal with other people and handle it. You don't have to be mad at somebody else just because they're a certain nationality or they're a certain color, what they say. So that's what's going to change the way your life is, because it's all up to you. You make the life. The life doesn't make you. You make it. And you make it from the things that you want in life. So if you want love, give love. If you want hate, give hate. It's your choice. If you want to get hurt somebody. I'm telling you, it all comes back like that. The true meaning of life is helping others. As I said, the meaning of life is to grow into a kind and caring soul who is selfless in understanding. So just learn to be selfless, because we know how to be selfish. Learn to be selfless. And you don't even hear that, oh, you're so selfless. You never hear that. Sometimes you do. Now, what if somebody say, oh, you just so selfless? But we quick to hear, why are you so selfish? Because that's what people say all the time. And so when you put that out there, that's what you get. It's going to come back to you. So that's what life is about. Now, life is full of suffering, as it says. Now, Buddha had taught many lessons. He wanted people to reach enlightenment. Now, a lot of people don't like Buddha, and they don't even know what it is. They just don't like it because of what they think that it is. But you got to research to show thyself approved, so you will know what it means. So Buddha had taught many lessons. He wanted people to reach enlightenment. He was born into the life that most dreamed about, but he left it all because he knew that there was not the essence of life. He lived and traveled in order to spread his wisdom. Among his many teachings were the Four Noble Truths, the Eightfold Path, the Three Universe Truth, and the Three Jewel of Buddhism. These are the cores of what Buddha had started his followers. But to simplify Buddha's knowledge, it can be summed up in a few words like this. Life is full of suffering, but we can be from it if we leave desire behind. Living in the right path allows us to achieve enlightenment. Life is impermanent, has suffering, and therefore we need to understand that we cannot claim anything in this life. We need to be compassionate and aid others in their journey toward enlightenment. So if you want to be enlightened, then you have to help others to be enlightened. That's the only way it's going to work. If you want it, you help somebody else. Like if you want some money right now, everybody wants some money, then give some money to somebody. It doesn't have to be like, I don't have no money. It's not even that. When you get it, just give it to somebody. Give something to somebody. Give somebody. You know what? If you got $25 right now and you're out in the grocery store, like somebody did me the other day. Let me tell you that. But first, just give it to somebody. Just try it. Just give it. Just give it $25, just like that. Bam, here you go. Now, this what happened to me yesterday. I was getting ready to mail something out. And so I come into the store because I'm just a crazy jokester person. So this lady, I noticed when I was coming in, it was a long line. So she sat down and the line got shorter. And so when I walked in, I said, I'm in the front now. She was just looking at me laughing because she know I was just probably, she don't even know me, but she could tell I was just being silly. And so she said, well, go ahead on, because child, people crazy around here. I said, I'm just messing with you. And then so I stayed in line. So when it was time for her to go, and I just told her, I said, you could go, get up, you can go now. So she went on and did what she had to do. So she needed somebody to sign something as a witness. She said, child, he a witness, like we knew each other. So I went and I witnessed, right? As soon as she left her spot there, she left the change for me to pay for my package. And it was like 20 something dollars. I was like, what? And she just walked on out. And it was because I communicated. It wasn't that I wasn't looking for money from her, but she left that. And when you show kindness, people will give it back. It just so happened to be money. I mean, I didn't understand it, but I knew it was an energy because when I came in, I was joking and acting silly, just being me. And a lot of people don't like for me to be me, but this is me. This is who I am. And a lot of people don't like it. They say I act too childish. But if you let other people dictate things to you, then you're going to miss your blessing by not acting who you're supposed to be, your authentic self. So that's what I'm saying. That's part of life. When you learn out who you are, then you can live life accordingly. Or you can live life like when you first got here, from everybody else telling you, everybody else teachings, everybody else listening when you was a baby. But you can change that. It's up to you. Only if you change it. Now, using Buddhism in our current time, Buddhism has been said to be the religion and philosophy that can be used in the modern time. It goes with science and accept knowledge. It also tries to teach us to learn from the past. Buddhism is a way of life that we can use in order to simplify our current business and hectic life and find peace and true happiness. The world now is very materialistic. We are bombarded by media to acquire things in order to be happy. But Buddhism teaches us to do away with all that. It also teaches that we need not cling onto anyone for happiness. Let me read that again. Buddha teaches us that we do not cling to other people for happiness. Oh, they make me happy. No, you make yourself happy. Buddhism teaches us to be simple, despite the glory that most seek in the time where social media reigns. Buddhism teaches us kindness, with ridicule and criticism is prevalent. Now, I know a lot of people say, "Nah, he doing Buddhism." No, I'm learning, just like you are. So if you just stay stuck in one thing, then you're gonna be stuck. But if you spread your wings, stretch it out, stretch yourself out. If you spread your wings just like an angel, which you are, you just haven't figured it out yet, but you spread your wings and embrace it all, and you decide what's good. Because a lot of things, people don't even understand witches have good things. Everybody thinks, see, they don't want you to know this. That's why you got to research. You got good witches, you got bad witches. I've studied it. I'm learning it. I'm doing a lot with that. I don't just say, oh, it's just bad witches. It's just this, that. It's just what you think. And if you study, then you'll know. Just like you got bad Christians, you got good Christians, you got crazy Moorish Americans, you got good Moorish Americans, you got, everybody. It's just, you got that, but know who you are. Okay? Just know who you are. That's it. Know who you are and know what to, and study from within. Because when you start studying from within, then that power is going to lead you to a connection, just like it led me to this. You see what I'm saying? So that's what we have to do as a people on this land, which is this, not this space. Everybody think this, what I'm standing on, is the land. No, the land is you. This is space we in. Let me quiet down because they already said I talk too much. So let me get back to this. I've already been warned, so let me get back to this. So let's just erase all that I just said. but really, this is the land. So the world now is very materialistic, as I said. And Buddhism teaches us to be simple despite the glory that most seek. Now, the simple life, live kindly, live compassionately, live without desire, and be happy. That is the true meaning of life in Buddhism. And that's what we all want. They could call it Buddhism, they could call it Buddha, they can call it whatever. It's just knowing who you are and you're following what the power within Buddha is giving us. And then we go back to ourselves and then we learn from within us about what Buddha said. That's it. And then you go from what's inside of you and do your mission, just like Buddha had his. Simple, the simple life. Oh, I got to get this car. I desire. No, you will get the desires of your heart. But when you go and try to get it, all hell gonna break loose. So just let it happen. Just let it be. That's it. Because that's who you are. Just letting it be. But that's all I wanted to talk about today. And I do apologize for coming in late. But my daughter had some issues with her car. We're still trying to get that rectified. So that's just part of being a parent. You're never in being a parent. It's always something new all the time. And we need more parents to step up. Just step up. Don't be saying, child, they grown. They ain't doing that. No, do it. Because that's your mission. Your children are your mission. I don't care how old they are. I don't care if they 70. I seen a 70-year-old, a 96-year-old man on Facebook taking care of his 60-year-old son because his 60-year-old son is disabled and he 96. It never stops. So for all you parents out there saying, child, they grown, that's still your mission. It's not your mission to do everything, but you're a part of their life because you brought life. Okay? This is Ron Anthony. Don't forget, please sponsor. Okay, we still working on the sites. I got to talk to the guy to see when it's coming up. But inbox me because I need some help to help get these children. I need to get these children, the special needs and the elderly, and for anyone that's being abused, you can send me. You ain't got to tell me all your business. Just say being abused. Boom, that's it. They can't talk, but we can at gmail.com. They can't talk, but we can at gmail.com. Just straight out. No commas, apostrophe, none of that. They can't talk, but we can at gmail.com. Send me your information, and then I will do my best to get what you need as far as the cameras and all of that. Just little small little cameras and little flowers or something and be recording you right there, just like that. So send that to me, what you need, and I may be able to get it right then, I may not, but I'll get it. And also use that email for PayPal. They can't talk, but we can at gmail.com. Please send in donations because that's going to help somebody. It's not for me, it's for you. All right. Love y'all. Thank you. Tomorrow, 12:30, I'll be back. Share the video too. And also I'm working with DeMario. DeMario is sitting here right here. We're doing some things. He's getting ready to have, what is it, DeMario?
Fashion show.
A fashion show. What date is it?
July 25th.
July 25th. And I'm your host. Okay. DeMario, I'm trying to get me to wear some as the host, right? Come out there in some lingerie for men. What? I said, oh Lord. Y'all, man, it will be a real issue. But yeah, the Mario is having that, and it's the empowerment too. When is that?
September 25th.
September 25th. It's an empowerment. You can inbox me if you're interested. And also, he will need vendors. So if you got your little stuff, I've been to his events before. People do come and they do buy stuff, and there be some good vendors there. So this time when you come, bring some money so you can buy some stuff from the vendors, because it'd be some great stuff. I'm telling you. So and also we're working on Michelle. If you look in Michelle, yes, you still didn't call him. She know I'm silly, but yeah, it's gonna be great. So that's the 25th, right?
25th.
And you just stay close to the pages, and I'll put it up so you all could come out and y'all see me act the fool at the fashion show. Just being me. That's it. That's all. It don't change as I'm in front of people and dressed all up and all of that. Don't look at that, because I'm still the same person. Still gonna act crazy. Still gonna talk the language that shouldn't be said, because that's just how I talk. I don't change up, and it's supposed to be like this. And what thus say, I ain't doing all of that. You heard me. I ain't doing all of that. It's just me. So I appreciate you all. I love you all. I am working on a new song. Let It Go. Okay. It's a song that's I'm going to be working with this production company. I record it tomorrow. So it's a great song. It's a song where I will be singing. Okay. It ain't going to be that, all that other stuff. It's going to be singing. I really mean this song. And this song is basically talking about everything that we've been through, as far as like, just letting it go. Let it go. That could be anything. So when you hear the words that I write, you put it to what you want it to be. And this is going to be coming out, and I'm working with some people to really get it out there. And so it's a great song. I really must say that it is a great song. So I'll be working with James Worthy, Grammy Award winning producer. So James Worthy will be working together on this. And that's it. All right. So get ready. And always remember, life is what you make it. All right. This is Ron Anthony. Thank you for listening, and please share the video. All right. All right.